Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, and today we will be making a timer in Unity. Very helpful, and I definitely think that anyone can do this, no matter what skill they have in coding. First of all, I'd like to say, if you guys want to have the finished project files of all the videos that I do, go check out my Patreon. There's tiers. You can chat with me on my Discord server. And yeah, okay. So, I just have a quick basic scene here with a canvas and a panel. Event system comes with the canvas, so you don't need to worry about creating one of those. Anyway, I've just created the panel and I made it a nice dark grey. This has nothing to do with what you need to do, but we'll just create a text and we will call it just time. Set it to the middle, set it as a white color. Okay, so I have a blank Visual Studio thing. Let's just save that. Okay, so we're going to make a few variables. So we're going to make a float called time. And what we'll do is make these private because we don't need to access these from any other script for now. And we'll default that to 0 because we don't want to start at anything. Make a private bool and we'll go is running. And we'll default that to true. And we'll also make this time a public float called timescale. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is void update, and we're going to go time plus equals to time dot delta time, I believe. Is that? Jeez, I haven't used time dot delta time in ages. Believe that should be okay. Multiplied. We'll just put these in brackets to make it more clear for the person looking at our code. Multiplied by time scale. So what this is going to do is it's going to take time, which is our function here, and it's going to, wow, after looking at time for ages, it doesn't seem like an actual word. And it's going to plus, so that's adding, by time.delta time, which is essentially how many frames is in like 1 second, and it's going to take that, and it's just for every, so let's say you're running at 60 frames a second, it's going to take that, and every 60 frames it will be 1 second, and we'll multiply it by timescale, which if we have like 5, 6, 7, whatever, it's just for time lapsing and that sort of stuff. Okay, let's save this, and we'll go back into Unity. Alright, capital T. Yep, okay. Yeah, so you need time plus equals to capital T time dot delta time multiplied by timescale. Save that, go back into Unity. Cool, and we have this. Okay, so now we have our timer script. Nothing really to use it. Let's go back into our script. And first thing is, how are we going to put this, the time float, or the time variable, into text? Because this is a string, and how are you going to get just a number into a string, right? So what we actually need to do is, for this, we need to go using unityengine.ui, and what it's going to do is it's going to make it so we can access all the UI elements like text, buttons, so on and so forth. So now we're going to make, up top, a public text, and we will call it time text. Cool. So that should be all good now, and then we can go time text dot text is equal to time dot to string, and that's all we need to do. So if we go back into Unity now, it's just going to do that, And cool, so we have our timer, and it's gonna take in a text variable. Okay, so now we are now, I guess we'll make a game manager. I always do this kind of thing, it's just good practice. Drag our timer onto game manager, or add component, set timescale for 1 for now, and time text is called time. Cool. So now let's see how this works. So we go maximize play, just click play, and we play. It's going to increase, but as you can see, it's a little bit, yeah, it doesn't really work too well. I mean, if you really want to, that's fine if you're making a stopwatch, but it's quite glitchy, if you ever realize. It is increasing though, right? And first of all, what we want to do is, so we can remove that, the blue box around the outside, we're going to go scale with screen size, and just, I don't know, make the thing a little bit less for now. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, so our only problem is that we still have the blue box, but it's just a little bit less worse. Sure, I'll just set that as that. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so it's sort of a bit weird. All we need to do is we need to bring it back into Visual Studio, and we'll go mathf.round, and then put it into there. So here we go. It's gonna load script assemblies. Don't really know what that means, but let's click play again, and it should work. Of course, I'm joking. I'm joking because we haven't done it correctly. Okay, so we are essentially rounding the basic time itself. So if what's going to happen is the time's going to increase by time to delta time, but every frame, if it's not more than 0.5 or 1.5 or anything, it's just going to round back to 0, isn't it? So instead of that, because that is not what's going to happen, we are going to make something else. So we're going to make another float down here called finalized time. I don't think I did that correctly, but that's okay. And we'll go finalized time is equal to time. Right, now we're actually going to go, oh my god, math of dot round and time. Cool. Yeah, finalize time dot toString, and we're gonna replace the time from that with finalize time. So now what we're doing is we're putting it through 2 more iterations just to make it work. So yeah, click play, and it should work now. So there we go. We have a timer that every second it's going to increase by 1. Now, what we can do is, if I increase our game manager timescale, it's obviously going to go up faster, isn't it? So now it's going up 37 times every second. 1 million, maybe? It's going to keep on going. Now, something that's really interesting, and you might be able to pick up on, is that it's just going up to 1,000. It's going past 60, which is not what we want to do. First of all, let's see if we can crash it. So let's go 1 million. Oh, yeah, Unity's having a seizure. Okay. Sorry, Unity. Wonder if we can just, break it. What do you reckon will happen eventually if... I believe that's broken. It's just staying at 1 number, or just having E+3. Sorry, Unity. But, anyway, what we need to do is we need to create the final string. Let me just close File Explorer, don't know why that opened. Don't look at my things. But anyway, let's make a string. And yeah, let's make a string, and it's going to be, yeah, that. Cool. So instead of having this, we're gonna have seconds, minutes, and hours, days if you want. Oh, it's not too hard to implement. But years, millenniums, decades. Oh my god, I just butchered that. So milliseconds, seconds, hours, days, weeks, months. Oh, I guess months is a little bit hard because then you have February and a leap year and that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's beside the point. We're gonna make not public. We need private. Just make it clean. Private float int. We'll make it float. Just called seconds. A private float called minutes. Another private float called hours. And a private. We'll just go to hours. I can't be bothered doing days. Okay, so this is gonna be sort of annoying to implement. That's okay. So the finalized time. So what we can do now is we can go if finalized time is more than 60. Then we're going to minutes plus equals to 1. And finalized time. Sorry, and we're gonna remove time, and we're actually gonna replace time with seconds. Cool. Seconds. Just removing everything that we don't need anymore. Finalized time is equal, or not finalized time, but seconds is equal to 0. Okay, and then we can go else if minutes is more than 60. Then we go to hours plus equals to 1, and we go minutes is equal to 0. Or actually, if it's more than 60, then we should really be going equal to seconds minus 60, just to keep it. Yeah, yeah, we need to make it good. To get like the leftover. Okay, we need to go minutes minus 60, and then one more else if we don't need another else if. Cool, right? That should be done. But no, we need to put it into our final assessment thingy. So we can go, text is equal to seconds, plus, and we're gonna put in some strings here. So plus that, plus minutes, plus hours. Cool. That should be good. And believe we don't need toString anymore. We'll see. We'll just keep it in for now. But we'll go back to Unity. Hopefully our code should be correct. There we go. Okay. So now let's maximize our play and let's see what happens. Yeah. That's what I remembered. It we sort of forgot about rounding, didn't we? But if we increase this, it's going to increase the minutes. Yeah. Let's round it because we kind of need to. Finalized time is 2. Alright, so we need to replace seconds with finalized time because that's the rounded version of the seconds. We can probably just, change that to seconds. But there we go. So now we have a timer in Unity. Of course, patrons, you can get it. You can download the whole file, the whole code file, or the whole project file free. But let's see it work. So if we go, yep, that's going up. Timescale, set that to like 60. We have to wait 60 seconds. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna go to 60, it's gonna go to 1 hour. Cool, it works, right? Easy. There we go. Of course, what you can do is you can add like zeros in front of them just in case, but yeah, nice. Cool, so I think that actually does it for today's episode. We can remove as running because that could just be added in through a basic button. But I think that's us for today's episode, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a little bit quirky. I haven't used time.delta time in so long. I was just sort of remembering. But yeah, it works well. It's a good, genuine timer. It can be time scaled to anything you want. And of course, instead of this, you can just keep track of seconds, minutes, and hours rather than putting into text and then just telling someone how long they've been playing for at the end of a game or something like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!